Okay, so there is only one person who can change your life, and that is you yourself. You think you are struggling, you think you can't win, or you think you are programmed to fail. And this has been thought that has been engraved into you since your childhood by multiple other sources, by things you have seen in your life, by your parents, by your teachers, by your friends. You never had that confidence that yeah, you can do shit on your own, okay? There has been always this constant barrier in your head that you cannot cross this wall, you cannot break this wall in your life that is constant in your life, and you cannot grow because of that, because you are stuck in one room. There are multiple other rooms in the building that you have to still explore, you have to still go there, you have to still learn new things and grow and adapt yourself to the external environment. But guess what? You cannot move. So you have these goals, you are trying to win, but you just keep struggling, or not even struggling, you are struggling to even work tomorrow. So the first thing that you have to do is that, this is bullshit that you fail and somebody will succeed. No. You will have to give your brain that small piece of success very early. And how do you do that? You decrease your standards. What do you mean by decreasing your standard is, if I have to do this work for 1 hour, then my first winning success, that small achievement that I need to give to my brain should not be to completely work for 1 hour. No, my first goal is to just work for 5 minutes. As soon as I do that, stick on to that feeling. That particular feeling will give you such an achievement in your life that you will if you stick to that particular feeling of achievement for 5 minutes, then you can extend it to 10 minutes. That tomorrow you can extend it to 20 minutes. And by the end of the week, you can freely work for an hour. And understand it's a slow process, but you can kind of do this process effectively if you stick to the process. But guess what? What happens is, as soon as you start to focus for that 5 minutes, you expand it to 10 minutes, then suddenly you start to hit distractions. And so you'll never be able to hit that 20 minutes. So remember, once you achieve this particular point of satisfaction, or you get this success to your brain, then keep focusing on that thing. Stay away from distractions. Okay, because we are trying to build a habit of success that your brain needs, because entire life you have been programmed to fail. And you have been programmed in such a way that it's kind of getting into your head that now you can never do things, you can never achieve success. So these small points of success, they'll give your brain a hit that yeah, you can do something in your life. Okay, so stick to this feeling. Don't let it go. Once you get that 5 minutes of work done, the next thing instantly into your head should be work for 10 minutes. And slowly, when you do this thing for 21 days, the next problem that you will have to solve is, what do I work for? And you will start to kind of do your work more efficiently. And slowly you will start to be disciplined in your work. And then the next problem you will have is how to focus on your work. Remember, it's all about this mental barrier that you have in your head. And it's not your fault. It has been given to all of us by our family, by our parents. Not everybody has that greatest parenting in their life, the greatest amount of friends in their life, who kind of taught them that, failures are a thing of life, but you have to grow. And somewhat or the other, this advice kind of gets useful that success brings success. For multiplying something, you need something. So if you want to go for success, these small achievements that you are doing will eventually turn into success someday. So understand, these small things that you're doing is not vain, is not going vague. It will be useful. It has compounding. And that is the only way you can achieve success. Because you are just programmed to fail, and that's correct. That's exactly what you have been programmed. For your entire life, you have kind of faced certain situations that you cannot get out of the mindset and think that, yeah, you can work. No, it's not possible. It's like you are suddenly trying a tortoise to run at a 300 km per hour speed. Is it possible? No. If you train slowly, then, one day a runner, he sees a dream that he wants to run Olympics. He slowly starts to get his get his feeling for it, gets training into that. And then he suddenly one day runs the Olympics and wins it. It's a slow process. It's not like today he dreamed, tomorrow he can run, and tomorrow he can complete that 100-meter race in 9 seconds. Not possible. Usain Bolt said that he took almost 8 to 9 years to run that 9 seconds. So it's really the amount of work that you need to put in. But the first point is to start working. And how will you start working? How will you get addicted to working? By getting that small wins. Lower your standards that, I just have to study for 5 minutes. That's it. I have to work for 5 minutes. Done. Next, 10 minutes. Next, 15 minutes. 20 minutes. 25 minutes. Slowly you will progress. And slowly 1 hour thing will become your new standard. And then you'll go for 2 hours. Then you'll go for 3 hours. And that's how you work at the end of the day for 8 hours. So this is a slow thing. There are multiple things you can do in your life, and if you get this understanding in your head, I swear to God, you can achieve the biggest things in your life. There is nothing going to stop you. There's nothing going to be a barrier for you, because you have broken that wall. There's a world to explore that. Now, there's a thing about winning and there's a thing about struggling that you need to understand. Winning comes after struggling. That's a very wonderful fact. That struggle phase is the one where you grow. Okay, we have talked multiple times about this. But there's a certain thing that you need to understand. This struggle is not just about struggling, it's also about to start winning. And this is the formula of winning: smaller things, smaller attainments, giving your brain that kind of dopamine hit that yeah, you're working, and that will eventually make you succeed someday. That compounds over time. So from struggling to even pick up your pen, you can go on to study for 8 hours. That thing can happen. But you need to focus, you need to give in that hours. And once you get that feeling, you don't have to get distracted. I cannot get more simpler than this. And understand, there might be people in your life who say you won't be able to do things. There might be people who have said that you cannot do anything, Aryan, you cannot do this thing, you cannot do that thing, you are just a big dreamer, nothing will happen in your life, you are just a guy who sees big dreams, you don't work for it. And show them that you can work. It's not about showing it to people, but it, as humans, we kind of get this feeling that when people have kind of wished you to defeat, wished you that you will be a failure, and to show them that, I can do shit in my life, that is the thing. No ego. No ego, but yeah, you have that feeling as a human that yeah, you want to show it to people that, I can do things. I'm not such a failure who will defeat his life entirely. I can do things. I can win. Maybe you want to show it to your parents that, look, mom and dad, I cried for this thing, but yeah, I can do it. I'm not just a dumb kid who will fail his entire life. How will you do it? Stay silent, do your work, bro. Don't spill out shit. Don't try to argue with these people. Do the things that you want to do it peacefully, and get better at it. Build up that accuracy that next time when someone asks you that, oh, who's the guy in that thing, your name should be the first one in that thing. So, whenever someone talks about who's the most intelligent kid, everyone should point at you. Whatever thing you're chasing in your life, try to be the best at it. That would be your next goal once you start winning. You start to be the best. You start to fight for being the best. And this is the rule of life. You'll never stop. You'll build up new things. You'll build up new dreams, and you'll try to go face them. You'll try to go achieve them. And everything begins with these smaller processes, this smaller point of success. But guess what? When you go in for that second time, you have already tasted that success. Currently, the problem you have is you have no evidence, you have no backing in your life that yeah, you can do bigger things. Because you have stayed in shit for your entire life. People have said you that you are shit for your entire life. Then how can you suddenly start working? No. You need to give that smaller point of success to you. To give it to your brain, to make your brain addicted to success. You need to set a barrier. For example, I'm scoring barely my passing marks in my exam. My first goal should be to score a 50, then 60, 70, and one day you'll score 90 and everybody would be shocked. If we are not doing it for everybody, but yeah, there's a certain humanly feeling that you feel happy that people who kind of said shit to you are now kind of following you, are making their kids your idol. So that's it. That's my entire point. So the only way you can start to win and stop struggling is to go in for that thing, give in that work, and be successful slowly over time by implementing new things, breaking that I'm a failure wall, and being successful in general. That's it. That's my point. Start to do that work slowly, small progresses, but start doing it. Okay. So keep your mom and dad safe. Stay safe yourself. Keep grinding. Keep working. I'll soon come up with something that kind of helps you even more, a sort of a template or something like a blueprint that can kind of help you do your things in life. So a targets based group or something, community sort of, that we can all work together. So yeah, keep working, keep doing your stuff. That's it. Bye. Jai Jinendra.